Before we get to the clip, Bernie Sanders has been known for his critical stance towards corporate media throughout his political career. He often argues that mainstream media outlets are controlled by large corporations and wealthy individuals, which he believes results in biased coverage that favors the interests of the elite. During his presidential campaigns in 2016 and 2020, Sanders often called out corporate media for what he perceived as unfair treatment, lack of substantive coverage of his policy proposals, and focus on sensationalism and trivialities instead of important issues facing the American public. Now off to this wonderful clip of Sanders.
The fact that we have the most unfair distribution of wealth and income in the industrialized world, you can't hear that discussed on CBS if you watch it for 100 years.
In the United States of America now, we have a small handful of giant media conglomerates who, to a very significant degree, control what we as Americans see, hear, and read.
What do you say to the middle class who are working longer hours for low wages, who can't afford health care, prescription drugs, and are losing their jobs? What do you say? The answer is you completely deflect attention away from those issues, and with the cooperation of the media, you will be successful in doing that.
What happens with the American people is this. People work longer hours, their standard of living is in decline, and they turn on the television set, they do not see a reflection of that reality. So then they begin to think, gee, I must be crazy. I must be the only person in America who's working longer hours for low wages. No one else is doing it.
I think the issue that most people are trying to think about, understand, is what is happening to the middle class in America today.
The growing concentration of corporate ownership of the media in the United States is one of the least discussed major issues facing our country, because the media itself, the national media especially, chooses not to cover it for obvious conflict of interest reasons.
You know, the corporate media, which I am very concerned about, doesn't talk about this issue. Why is it that we need now husbands and wives both working incredible hours to pay the bills? What's happening to the middle class? Where is the increased wealth in this country going? Anyone talking about that?
We had dinner together, and Mr. Copps was telling us that I was not quite right in thinking that this issue had not been discussed on national television. He informed me, I think it was ABC, that at 4:30 in the morning several months ago did mention it. So I want to stand corrected on that.
Sanders frequently highlights issues such as media consolidation, where a small number of conglomerates own a significant portion of media outlets, leading to a lack of diverse perspectives and independent journalism. He also criticizes the role of money in politics, asserting that corporate interests influence media coverage and shape the political discourse in ways that are detrimental to ordinary people. Sanders has advocated for media reform, including measures to promote media diversity, increase transparency in ownership, and reduce the influence of corporate money in journalism. He has supported initiatives such as public funding for independent media outlets and strengthening regulations to prevent further consolidation of media ownership. Well, I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. If you wish, you can join the channel as a member. Now, take care and bye-bye.